this was, good effort offensively, for Charlotte, still showing, improvement in that area going towards the most important time of the year.
Yeah, we could have scored 7 or 8 today as well. The Pep's had 2 or 3 chances that he'll be, disappointed that he hasn't scored. He's hit the crossbar. We've had a number of other chances as well, but you've got to be pleased when you score 4 goals for the second game running at home, and won the game what should have been in a comfortable manner. I think obviously the 2 goals that they score at the end probably takes the gloss off it a little bit, but listen, the main object was to win the game, and we've done that, and for long periods it looked very comfortable.
And the confidence of the team, you have kind of like what the other Dean Smith used to call his blue team, when he'd bring in the subs off the bench and they would make a difference like that. You're kind of building that here with Ajimon and Vargas and that group. When they come in, the level doesn't decrease, it actually...
Yeah, and that's really important. I keep talking to them about being finishers when they come on. They're the ones who are coming on to finish the game for us. They've done really well in the last 3 games, the ones who have come on. They obviously want to start games as well, but I felt the starting 11 had a good rhythm about them. I think we've defended really well at times, and look a threat going forward. So it's been pleasing, and when people get tired and you can change it from the bench, that's a great feeling to have for the head coach.
We've asked you in the past, like, rate your team on a scale of 1 to 10. Where do you think they are now?
7.5.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
You guys have scored 9 goals since somebody said you were boring. Has that been a motivating factor for you? Did you mention it to the team?
No, I've not mentioned it once to the team, to be honest. I don't. We haven't changed anything, as I've said all along. We know what we are, what we're about, and we're starting to take chances that we should have been taking earlier in the season. We've left a lot of points out there. For me, the playoffs should have been clinched a lot earlier than tonight, because we've left too many points out there. We're probably a lack of finishing. So it's nice that we've gone and as you say, scored 9 in the last 3.
And what does it mean when you're getting goals from the guys who really you want to produce, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the build-up play for the first goal, Junior and Swiderski and Pep Biel, that's the sort of play you want in and around the opposition penalty box, and really good movement, really good combination play, and a really good finish as well. And then Junior's had 4 chances with 4 headers in the last 2 games, so he was due another header. Carroll's then scored a header from a good cross and then you get the 4th as well. So it's good that Leal scored, and it's good that Carroll's now got 3 and 2. All of a sudden, players are going into these games now, last 2 games in the playoffs, with an awful lot of confidence.
I know you're still playing for something else, but just to be assured of a playoff berth in your first year coaching here, what does that mean?
Yeah, no, it means a lot. It means a lot for the players. We haven't given up yet on trying to be higher. We've got another game on Saturday where we have to get turned around now for Montreal, and it's a good achievement from the players. But as I say, I think we've left too many points out there to be overexcited. That's for sure.
Dean, last year on this field, when the team clinched its first playoff spot, there seemed to be like a release through the whole building. This seemed more like there's an understanding that it's not just about getting there this time, that there's more work. Is that how everybody feels?
Yeah, no, that's been my message from the start. I expected us to get there. What we have to do is make sure we're carrying some momentum and confidence and good play into the playoffs, and that's 3 unbeaten. 2 big wins at home as well. So takes us into the next couple of games nicely, and that's what we've got to do. Get ready for what comes after the regular season finishes.
Next up with the home match with Montreal, and it's a quick turnaround like you alluded to, but this is an opportunity because there's a break between then and the last one. Kind of empty the tank?
Yeah, no, definitely. We'll see. We're in the morning again, for the recovery session, and we'll analyse the game as we always do. But we'll see how the players are then when they come in on Friday to decide how we go on Saturday against Montreal. But we'll be going full out to try and beat them. empty the tanks, as you say.
Well, you've played Montreal recently.
We have, yeah. We know each other really well, so we know a lot about them. I think they're on a decent run as well at the moment.
And does that make the preparation easier, more difficult? I mean, where does it, since you've got some recent history?
Yeah, when you've got recent history, you know a lot more about the opposition who you're going to play. So that certainly helps. Chicago seems ages ago since we went there, but no, we're looking forward to that game now Saturday in front of our fans again.
Since you've made the lineup adjustments, what's like the number one thing that you've been most proud of this team, especially these last 3 games?
I just think that they've still got the belief. They've never let their heads drop. There were a few players who were probably playing with a dip of form, and they've actually played through that and played into form, and that's really important as any professional sports person. So, individually, them players who are deemed to be struggling have come through that period, and they'll be stronger for that now as well.
Nice. And then obviously there's been more goals scored from Charlotte's side, but also from a defensive standpoint, more teams have had more chance creation. Is that something that concerns you moving forward?
We adjusted a little bit at half time because I felt they played through us a little bit too easily and got too many crosses in, and I felt that had worked. Listen, their second goal changes the game a little bit, and for me, everybody's seen the replays. They weren't just offside for the first one, there was offside for the second header as well, and then the third one, I think the lad comes back from an offside position as well, and it takes the gloss off what should be a really fine victory today. And I think it's something, if we as a league want to keep improving, that we have to look at, because goals can't be given like that when everybody in the stadium can see that it's offside. That's poor for the league, in my opinion.
Tim?
So, Coach, how important is it to get to a playoff spot above 7, above 8, to be able to get that home field advantage?
Well, I don't think fourth's out of the shout yet, is it? No, we're still playing for fourth. We're looking to play as high as we can, and if we can get to fourth, brilliant. If somebody else takes that away from us, well done to them, but that's what we still have to play for.
And then MLS posted on, as soon as Charlotte clinched, that Charlotte FC is the first team to go back-to-back in the city of Charlotte for 10 years. How important is it to be the team in the city that is making the playoffs and that's has the winning record and is succeeding?
Well, I mean, it's a great achievement tonight, but let's not forget there's a lot of supporters who probably would be here tonight and can't be here because of what's happened over the last week with the hurricane. So, our thoughts go out to all them, and hopefully they got to see the game and it puts a smile on their faces.
Cheers.
So you talked about the fact that everybody can see the replays on the big screens in the stadium. Is this a yellow card for dissent that maybe you wear as a bit of badge of honor?
Who, me?
Yes.
Listen, the only dissent, I never swore at him at all, but he was right, and I said to him after, you were right to give me the yellow card. I was just flabbergasted that the goal was given, because as we say, everybody could see not just one offside but 2 offsides in that goal, and that can't happen at this level.
So when it comes to the right wing, obviously we see Pep Biel out there and we see a magical connection in the first goal. Is this magic between him and Carroll what you've been seeing all along on the practice field, and we're just seeing it transition now?
Not magic, hard work. Always hard work. They're putting the hard yards in to get them relationships and to get them understandings, working hard on the training ground. If you do that, then you take it onto the match pitch.
And last one, if Carroll hadn't gotten the yellow, would you have left him on in order to keep building that momentum?
No, that was a decision that I wanted to make. It wasn't about the yellow card. It was just that I felt at that moment we needed to change a few legs, and Patrick came on for Carroll.
Right.
Cheers.
Just lastly here, so Nick and then back to Nick.
So tonight it seemed like the interceptions turning into transitions to offensive breaks seemed a lot more overt from watching. Did you notice that? Did you feel like once we got those once the team got the interceptions, they were able to go like you want to?
I thought they looked really organised when we won the ball back. We knew what we was going to do, and there was some really good passages of play. The counter attacks, which we've been working on for a while, I thought we made better use of the ball when we got in them areas, and you know that resulted in shots and goals.
And then the last 20 minutes of the match, do you feel like there was a letdown on your squad?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody was disappointed at the goal. You know, the second goal changed the momentum of the game a little bit, because we just decided then to try and stay on the ball and, you know, keep the 2-goal advantage. And you know, they're not in the playoffs this season, so pretty much had a free hit and, you know, a bit of freedom to play with. If we'd have probably taken our chances, we could have scored 6, 7 or 8, you know. But that can happen, and you know, even though the 2 lads were offside, it was still a hell of a hit by the boy into the top corner. So you know, I'll have to have a look back at the 3rd goal because I'm not sure what happened.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.